it's your girl qchitown here with another installment of the A-List Alert coming on behalf of the Key S Expressions Publishing slash Multimedia Division. We are doing big things in the Midwest, you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Go below this video, hit that notification bell. That way you know when I do new uploads. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. You're a part of the 205,000K views both in the US as well as overseas, you guys. Guess who is on the runway today? Yes, ladies, Mr. Shawn Stockman. You heard me. Boyz II Men. Okay, some fun facts about Boyz II Men. Okay, so in 1985, the boy band Boyz II Men was formed. It started out with 3 members, and then in 2003 there was a 4th member, but he abruptly left. Michael, he left the group because of his illness. So they actually have done recently in 2025 a reunion of all 4 original members. So that is very exciting. Also in 1991, Motown Philly was very popular. It came out with some hits such as It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. And they found Billboard success between 1987 and 2012. They were the hottest boy band around. Some of the filmology, I did some research. Going Home happened on the Disney Channel in 1995. And then in 2021, they did 3 appearances, and one was actually Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. So go out there and support Mr. Shawn Stockman from Boyz II Men. Their wonderful, wonderful, wonderful contribution to music is there. Okay, so as you guys know or don't know, one of the founding members of the group, Tony, we just recently lost him to his battle of cancer. So now everybody, that was on March 7th, 2025. He was 64 years old at the time. So the tributes are swarming from all over the globe because Tony did such a wonderful job at creating this history of music that should be honored. And it was the privilege to just sit down and listen to their music and how inspirational it was for generations. You know, now in 2025, we're seeing a whole slew of nuances when it comes to new people who are introduced to the legacy that the music created. So Tony came out. I myself, being from Chicago, I was a part of the latchkey generation. And again, those of you that don't know, my dad was a musician. He's in glory right now. And so we had music all around us. So in the 90s, okay, so I'm a latchkey kid in the 90s, and latchkey kids are the ones that have to come home by 3 o'clock, and they have to make sure that their brother and sister is at home by 3 o'clock. You got BET that has Rap City, and then you have MTV that has Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, MTV, Yo MTV Raps. And so me, I'm tuning in for Queen Latifah, you know, Yo-Yo, and the likes of Moni Love, and just, you know, KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. I'm watching for them. But in the R&B world, we had Tony. So back then, it was such a political group back then. You had Public Enemy, you had KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions with their self-destruction campaign, and then you had just a slew of issues with police coming out. So along those routes of the movies came School Days. Angela Bassett was in that movie, so was Cassie Davis of Meet the Pains, you know, Meet the Pains, Meet Browns, Meet the Pains, House of Pain. And so what ended up happening, what came out of that circle was Soul, Son of Souls in 1993. I was about 17 years old. And so under that in 1993, what ended up happening was they had so much success. Tony had so much success, they reached 100 million copies. And then some of the films that they did music for was Boys in the Hood, House Party 1 and 2, and then Poetic Justice. So Mr. Wiggins did an article for the New York Times, and he said, we're paying homage to a lot of the older artists who paved the way for us. Temptations, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Sly and the Family Stone, Aretha Franklin, and James Brown. And so out of that came the project A Songs of Soul. And so they reached those milestones of success in that project. But prior to that, in May of 1990, I was about 14 years old, and the revival came out. So when Spike Lee did School Days, that's when the revival was all around that circle. So what came out of that was Hey Little Walter, which is one of my favorites. Well, Sinbad, the comedian, was featured in Hey Little Walter. And what ended up happening was when he got the role of Walter Oakes in a different world, they just kept the character. I just found that connection out. So that was very smart of them to think about that. So with the success of, and School Days, during that time when it came out, I wasn't allowed to watch it anyway. I had to go to my favorite grandmother's house, and I had an older cousin that was able to do everything before me. So she always had the cable, she had the movies and stuff like that. And because I was in the house with the adults and stuff, I could watch it. It was okay. I just had to cover my eyes at the kissing scenes. But that's when I got introduced to School Days. School Days had this big musical circle of just Afrocentric people. We had Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, the Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying? And we had Boogie Down Productions. We had Kwame and his group, and we had Kid and Play and Salt and Pepper, and we had Queen Latifah that came out, and all of that was about Afrocentric. We had Arrested Development during that time frame, and so all the messages were about political issues that were going on in our society. And Tony was a prime example of that. Some of their hits were on the mellow side. I think about Mint Condition that came out of that circle, and all of them had that, It Never Rains in Southern California, and Hey Little Walter, and all those different projects that came out of that circle made a monumental impact on even music to this day, because you guys know Raphael wrote for Beyonce's Renaissance theme. So it is a wonderful catalog of just music and the history and the knowledge and the clothing and the example of just excellence when it comes to Tony's objective in showcasing what it means to take the old and convert it into something new, something that it can extend to the ages, even to now. A whole new generation of people are finding out about Hey Little Walter. They're finding out about what Dwayne Wiggins' contribution to music was all about. And so here at the A-List Alert Network TV, we want to send blessings and healing and deliverance to the Wiggins family in their time of bereavement, because we know what the music meant to us in the 90s and to this very day. One of the things I wanted to point out too is that they had taken a hiatus after the success of Sons of Soul success. They took a hiatus, and each person gravitated towards writing for other artists. So Mr. Wiggins, he wrote for D'Angelo, In Vogue, Karen White, Tevin Campbell, and then also Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, inductees, Tribe Called Quest as well. So that is a lot of information about the legacy. And I just want to thank Shawn Stockman. He did a wonderful tribute to Mr. Dwayne Wiggins on his contribution to music. And it expands. This is our education in music. And that's why it's so important that we keep the music going so that it transcends generations. Okay, ladies. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, go out there and support everybody's arena of entertainment. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, comment below. Do you have highlights of Tony's concert? Were you guys able to go and experience Dwayne Wiggins' music live, or Boyz II Men's project live? Just go out there and let's talk about it in the comments and let me know. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, are we little girls? Hell no. Do we tap on doors? Hell no. If you are a part of the Curve Nation, ladies, remember to kick that bitch off the hinges. Love you guys. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on everything that you guys are seeing today on my videos. Let the YouTube algorithm know that I am providing a benefit to you guys as I bring these videos to you guys. So go out there and support everybody's arena of entertainment, you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.